Matt Murphy. I'm owner of GMMG Incorporated, which is a shop in Atlanta where we modify cars for dealerships, Chevrolet dealerships primarily. We're here today at Berger Chevrolet in Grand Rapids, Michigan. This particular car here is a project that we built for Berger Chevrolet. We did 33 of these cars. We worked with GM Performance Division to recreate their one-off show car, which was a wide-body Camaro. This has got a 4-inch wider stance, not only with wheels and tires, but the quarters and fenders are also 4 inches wider than a stock Camaro. Most of the cars also came with new GM performance parts, C5R 427 race motor. The motor is rated at 630 horse, 600 foot-pounds of torque. With the setup that's on it, it gets about 20 to 24 miles per gallon down the highway, and it puts over 500 horsepower to the rear wheels. The car runs on 18 by 12 inch rear wheels, 18 by 11s up front. It's a 335/30/18 tire on the back and a 295/35/18 tire on the front. The suspension setup on this car is basically a factory 1LE setup where we use the Coney shocks. We use the bigger sway bars and stiffer bushings that come with the 1LE suspension package. So we try to keep it as close to factory pieces that we can. Berger Chevrolet sold all these cars. All 30 of them have been sold to customers all around the country, including Canada. Interior-wise, we used a roll cage that we put in the cars. We put suede inserts in the seats. We try to dress up the interior. We put silver face gauges in the car. Exterior, other suspension pieces, we put a 12-volt strange rear end in the car. And the cars run right out of the box like this. They'll run a mid-upper 10s in the quarter mile. We've had them running 1090s at 126 miles per hour with just a set of slicks on the back. Full air conditioning and full, base Camaro setup. So cars also, the window sticker in the $100,000 to $120,000 price range. So pretty pricey, but they're also very rare and very unique with this body kit on it. That's something that GM allowed us to use. So.
Now, what does the Dick Harrell, is that the original designer, or what does Dick have to do with the styling?
Harrell was a drag racer, and he owned a performance shop in Kansas City back in the late 60s and early 70s, and he was very heavily involved in installing 427 race motors back in 1967, 68, 69 in dealer-built muscle cars for dealers such as Don Yanko Chevrolet, Nicky Chevrolet, Fred Gibbs Chevrolet, Courtesy Chevrolet, and a host of other dealerships. And when we decided to do this last project, this last Camaro, we wanted to pay tribute to Dick Harrell and what he did on the first generation Camaros when they came out. Dick unfortunately died in a funny car accident in 1971. He was heavily involved in NHRA and drag racing. He was known as Mr. Chevrolet, and that's why all the cars have his insignia on the back, Mr. Chevrolet. We also used Dick's original emblems on the cars that he put on his cars back in 1969. We worked with Dick's daughter, Valerie Harrell, to put this project together and did it as a tribute to her dad. So it really is neat. All the cars have signatures under the hood, all 30 of the cars. We got a bunch of Dick's old employees together and family members together and guys that he drag raced with. And they all signed under the hood of the cars. All 30 of the cars, in fact, were all signed by his family. In fact, Valerie Harrell is his daughter, Elaine Harrell was his wife, and the rest of the people under the car were all people that he raced with. So it was really a neat tribute to those guys as well as it was to Dick for what he did back then.